Hello, friends. It's Chris Angel coming at you for another episode of Marketing for the Rest of Us. Let's pick up where we left off to yesterday. Yesterday's episode was cut off because my phone died in the middle of my Facebook Live. Dang it. But that's okay. I had said pretty much what I needed to say up to that point, and the rest was just reiterating or reinforcing the point. But I do want to pick up because I had another thought today about how to choose your audience. And it's kind of got two pieces to it. One is we're going to cement this idea today with Seth Godin's quote that a tribe is a group of people connected to one another, connected to a leader, and connected to an idea. So the foundation of this conversation about an audience, what we're trying to build here, gang, in your marketing is a tribe. Who we're trying to find in your marketing is your tribe. It's the tribe. That's what makes it all work. And a tribe, on Seth Godin's definition, which I love, is a group of people connected to one another, connected to a leader, and connected to an idea. Now, when you start off in marketing, sometimes, most of the time, this tribe is not already connected to one another, and they're not already connected to a leader, right? This is why your programs fill that void. Your programs create the connection with you, and it creates the connection with one another through your programs. So your programs create the tribe. But the thing that they already do share is the idea. This is the thing that we're trying to reverse engineer or trying to find when we choose an audience. We're like, okay, the thing that makes the tribe is the shared idea. What is the shared idea? Now, yesterday I gave you some places to look, and that was to go look at your own life. What have you lived through that you could lead them to? What has life taught you that you could then lead others through, right? That would be the place where I would exchange money for your services. I am somewhere stuck. I want to be somewhere other than here, and I want you to help me do it because through your marketing, I can clearly see that you have lived this life and gone through this path and can get me there. So that is the first piece. That's the first foundation here, is that a tribe is a group of people connected to one another, connected to a leader, and connected to an idea. Which brings me to the second piece, which is, where do we find this idea? So if the idea cannot be found, if you're having a hard time, most of the time I look as a coach, I'm looking with you in the past, in people's past, saying, what is the common problem? Or what is the common, maybe it's even, what is the common vocation? What is their job? What's the common thing that they would self-identify as? And so for some of you, and some of you I'm actually working with you on this, right? For some of you, it's not that easy. It's more general, and we're having a hard time finding those common patterns or common threads for your audience. So I'm giving you another place to look, and that place is, rather than looking in their past, let's look into their future. Let's look in their future. Meaning, if we took, let's say that who we're looking at is, there are a bunch of people who, what we do know about the common thread is that they, for example, is that these people struggle with self-doubt. They don't feel seen. They don't feel heard. They want a better life, but they don't know how to do it. And so you can start to see this is getting to the problem, which is really important. This is getting to the problem of your people, which is really important. But what I just described could be almost anybody from any walk of life. And so there's no common idea here. We need a common idea to create the tribe. So let's take those people, right? The ones who are wrestling and suffering in self-doubt. They don't feel seen and heard. There could have been abuse in their past. There's all sorts of things in their past, but they know they don't want to stay stuck here anymore. They're on a path of personal development, right? And they want to move out into something new. Perfect. So the next place to look, and the question I would ask you is, so what is the common denominator in the future? Let's assume that these people get freed up from the self-doubt. They find belief in themselves. They have frameworks and models to follow to create something. And so what would they create? If you looked at all of them, you obviously not 100% of them are going to create the same thing, but what we're looking for is what is the common idea of something they would create in the world. So would they go on to be speakers, authors, coaches? Would they go on to be doctors or nurses? Would they go on to be would they go on to support people in families and growing strong families in the world? Would they go on to be people that dealt with physical health, mental health? Would they be personal development gurus? So this is another place to look, is out in the future of once these people get free from their problems and step into their possibilities, what is the common idea in the thing they would produce with their life? What would be their life's work? That, friends, is an exciting idea to contemplate. Because, it's funny because it's just been, for me, I'm looking to the past. I'm like, what do we share in common based on our present or our past? And a whole entire place that I hadn't looked is what is the common idea that would get created with this tribe out in the future? The reason I haven't looked at it in the past is because it actually requires some projection or anticipation or assumption. That if I looked at these people, I'd be like, okay, I'm serving these people, but what would they create with their life once they're free? And you start to speculate about what that would be. And if you can find a common idea in that, that can help us. That can help us find these people. The whole reason of choosing your audience, gang, is because we need to find them. If we don't find your people, you're leaving your marketing up to chance. You're just going to have to work so much harder to try to find your people and create products and programs that actually help them. If you don't have products and programs that help them, then what you're left with is simply inspiring content that doesn't pay you, that there is no cash in. And that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, right? There are plenty of people who inspire the world, and that's great. And if you're wanting to be in business for yourself, you need cash. That's this tribe. This tribe is about people who want to create a lifestyle and an income through their own business, making their own choices, sharing their own message. And the way that we support that is through cash. We support that through generating income. So I will leave you with this. Ultimately, your message in marketing needs to be tailored to and speak to the problems and the possibilities, the mindsets and the skill sets that are required of your tribe, the group of people connected to an idea. That's when your content starts to really go into the depths that sets people free. Because you're speaking into not only a specific problem, but you're speaking into what's possible for that group of people based on where that group of people wants to go. Not where the general masses want to go, but where does that group of people most likely want to go? And that's how you do it. So if you'd like to figure out how to create that kind of message by figuring out who your tribe is. This is part of the work I do in the Groundswell Method Intensive 6-week program, right? I'm giving you yesterday's episode and today's episode are based on questions coming out of a couple participants in the 6-week program. This is what we wrestle with. And I do one-on-one coaching sessions with you in that 6-week program to help you isolate, find, and go to work on this very thing, right? Finding your tribe and building a message for that tribe so that that tribe feels like you can lead them from here to there. So if you'd like to learn more about the 6-week program and apply for the 6-week program, the place to start is with the free course. The free course gives you everything you need to know about what we cover in the 6-week program, and where you get this free program is groundswellmethod.com, groundswellmethod.com. Okay, and the link is in the show notes. So if you need that, there they are. Okay, there's the link. Groundswellmethod.com. Thanks for hanging out with me today, gang, in this episode. This is a really important topic. You getting tighter and tighter on who your people are is oftentimes the missing link. You can have a great message, but if your great message is not delivered to the right people, you will not see a lot of results. So here's to you finding your right people. See you tomorrow.